Hey, yo, what is up, my folks? Shizzlers, it's your boy, FizzleTheHizzle, aka Ben here. Bringing you guys week 3. Is this the battle? No, it's the team builder. That's a brain fart. Week 3 team builder in the Nimbasa City League against my man Dom, aka Rudiger, and the Cleveland Escavaliers. Now, I believe we did play in the AABL at one point, if my mind serves me well. So, we're looking to pick up a nice W here and go 3-0. I think that would be very good. 3-0 would actually be the best start I've ever had to a season. I've definitely been 2-0 several times, but I've never been 3-0. So we're looking to pick up a dub and have that for us. So yeah, man, if you guys are excited for the battle, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're new. And the battle will be going up tomorrow. The day this video goes up, it'll be going up tomorrow. So yeah, man, let's jump right into his team. First of all, he has a fantastic team. Mega Charizard X, Jirachi, Suicune, Crobat, Greninja, Gligar, Armaldo, the boy Dave, Tapu Bulu, Cresselia, Linoon, and Electrode. So, Zard X, a notorious Dragon Dancer with a Tough Claws ability. Nothing takes an Outrage, a Dragon Claw, a Thunder Punch, a Flare Blitz from it. It's so hard. And you always need to prepare for this thing. It's such a monster. Jirachi, a very versatile mon. It gets Rock Swish, can be run physically and specially. So we definitely got to keep out for that. Has lots of coverage too. Suicune, my favorite mon to use in draft league format. It's so bulky, especially with a pressure ability. Usually see the notorious Crocoon with Calm Mind, Scald, Rest, Sleep Talk. It gets Haze, Ice Beam. Usually see stuff like that, but it's such a good mon. Such a good mon. It's very bulky. Crobat, Poison Flying type. It's a very fast mon at 130 base speed, I believe. It gets U-Turn, Defog, Brave Bird, Roost, Tailwind support. It's more of a utility mon than a physical attacker because I believe it has 90 base attack. It's not going to be phenomenal attacking. So I usually see like more utility sets like that. Next up we have the Stinky Lizard Greninja. Has a very wide array of coverage. Very fast mon too. Can be run physically and specially, similar to Jirachi. And it hits hard. Protean is banned, so it will be Torrent Greninja. But it's still a very good threat in Tier 3, I believe. And it can definitely put in a lot of work. Gligar, very bulky EVLite user. The pre-evolution of Gliscor. 4 times weak to Ice, but it can still take moves with the EVLite. Gets Earthquake, Stealth Rocks, Defog, stuff like that. U-Turn as well. Armaldo, the boy Dave, gets Stealth Rocks and Rapid Spin. Dual Stab, a Life Orb, pretty cool. Gets Swift Swim too. Tapu Bulu gets Grassy Terrain, it nerfs Earthquake and stuff, powers up Grass type moves. Wood Hammer Superpower, Leech Life, Horn Leech, Zen Headbutt, stuff like that. Cresselia, another very bulky mon to pair with his Suicune. Pure Psychic type, it has very good defensive stats. Calm Mind, Toxic Psychic, Moonlight, Healing Wish as well. It's a very good mon. Linoon is not surprising in any way, shape, or form, but it's notorious for its Belly Drum sweeping sets like Belly Drum, Extreme Speed. It can be very dangerous. Electro to 150 base speed. Very fast electric type. It doesn't hit very hard at all, but it's something you definitely got to keep out for. Now, you definitely see what I predict him to bring because they're shiny. Of course, we got Megazard X, Jirachi, Suicune, Gligar, Tapu Bulu, and the rest of the toss-up. I can see him going Greninja. I can see him going Crobat. Linoon and Electrode, I don't see a lot of viability for. Linoon because I have Mega Scissor, and that just swallows it. Cresselia, maybe. So 6 mon is a toss-up. Man, I wish we had shiny Tapu Bulu. Jumping right into my team here. Oh wait, you can already see the layout. All right, whatever. First up, we got Merity here, our Primarina. Oh, let me talk about his team first. He has hazards in the form of Stealth Rocks with Jirachi, Gligar, and Armaldo. Spikes and Toxic Spikes both in Greninja. He has removal in the form of Defog with Charizard X, Gligar, and Crobat. And Rapid Summon with Dave, aka Armaldo. He has no Wish, Healing Wish, but he does have Healing Wish with Cresselia. Or Lunar Dance, same thing. And no Heal Bell, so if we can spread some status around his team, that would be very good for our game plan. Alright, anyways, first up we have our Primarina Merity here. The Wakan Berry, Hydro Pump, Ice Beam, Moonblast, Hidden Power, Poison. This outspeeds Bulu with some speed creep on it. So if he's uninvested Tapu Bulu and he puts speed creep on it, I believe like 20 EVs on it, we still outspeed it. And in general, nothing wants to take a Hydro Pumper and Ice Beam on his team. This thing is a very good wall breaker, even without a choice specs. It's going to be putting in lots of work. The only thing that really wants to take it is Suicune and like Cresselia, but I really don't see Cresselia coming because I have a Mega Scissor, Crocodile, and Gengar, and all sorts of stuff for it. And Ice Beam is there for Crobat, Gligar, and Bulu, so I can hit them hard. Hidden Power Poison is for the Bulu, just in case it does come, which I definitely see it coming. Hidden Power Poison is also just because I didn't know what else to put on there. Energy Ball could have been viable because I get the boost from Grassy Terrain, but I feel like having a chance to one-shot Bulu after Rocks is going to be very good for us. And Wakan Berry is there to take a T-Punch from Megazard X. So when you go against Megazard X, it's such a monster. You always have to have at least 2 or 3 things that can take care of it. Wakan Berry, we definitely live a Wakan Thunder Punch from Charizard, even at like +2 or something. We resist both of its stabs. We're immune to Dragon, of course, and we can put in lots of damage with like Moonblast or a Hydro, depending if I'm feeling lucky or not, if I want to risk a Hydro Pump. But we have another way to deal with Megazard X, and by dealing, it's not a counter. There's no counter to Megazard X, unless your name is very bulky water, like Suicune or something. But even that doesn't want to take like Thunder Punch. Next up, we have Mega Scissor here, Asuka. Bullet Punch U-Turn, Knockoff Roost. This is a more bulky set to handle some of his special attackers like Greninja and stuff. The only thing that wants to take a Bullet Punch and a U-Turn is like Zardax, Jirachi, and Gligar. But we do have knockoff for the Gligar and Jirachi. We can knock off the Eviolite on Gligar, make it really weak, and Jirachi doesn't want to take a Jirachi doesn't want to take a knockoff. We get to see what kind of Jirachi set it is because it's such a versatile mon. Roost is for longevity. And this, I'm running it more bulky because the only thing that can really hit Scissor hard is Megazard X, unlike Fire Punch from Jirachi. But after I get a knockoff on it, it's going to be, I can get intel on what kind of set it is, if it's like a Wish Passing set. Actually, I do believe Jirachi gets Heal Bell. Let me check that real quick. I actually do think Jirachi gets Heal Bell. I should know this. I have an AABL. Oh, you also get Healing Wish. No, it doesn't get Heal Bell. So my notes are faulty apparently. But yeah, this, I don't remember what this is supposed to outspeed, but good speed creep regardless of whatever it is. Yeah, man. Like, once Jirachi and Zard are gone, I feel like Bullet Punch and U-Turn can just win me the game. Because, like I said, Jirachi and Zardex are the only things that can hit Asuka very hard. Next up, we have our second way to deal with Megazard X. Our Kiana here are Zapdos, Rocky Helmet Static, Discharge, Hidden Power Ice, Roost, and Defog. Rocky Helmet plus Static is very good for Zardex, so it can switch in to a Flare Blitz or something, and hopefully we can get a Static off on it, and Rocky Helmet is going to be very good for us, and we also have a failsafe with Merity. It can live a Thunder Punch and hit it very hard with a Moonblast. We can also switch into Zapdos immediately after get Rocky Helmet damage off and hopefully get a Static, which would be very nice. HP Ice is for Gligar, Roost is for longevity, Defog is to get rid of the toxic spikes and spikes from Greninja. Because if Greninja does come, I see it more of a utility set like that. And I do predict Greninja to be his lead if he does bring it. So yeah, man, that's our set. We're basically all defense and some special attack to two-shot Gligar guaranteed. 28 speed for a speed creep. Next up we have Todoroki, our Kyurem Black. Fusion Bolt, Choice Scarf Todoroki destroys this team, and by destroys I mean handles a lot of things well. Fusion Bolt, 2 shots Suicune, even without max, or even without attack investment, it 2-shots Suicune. That's how good it is. Its attack stat is insane. One of my favorite breakers in the format. Earth Power is for the Jirachi, Ice Beam, and Dragon Claw, basically for big stab damage. And I'm going to be spamming some moves around here. This outspeeds Scarf, Max Speed, Bulu. And we can put the rest into attack. I can actually lower its attack and put more bulk on it if I want. You get to see in the team preview in the battle if I do eventually change something. Because we don't need all this investment, okay? The investment is there to just like secure more KOs with Dragon Claw, I guess. So I guess I'll keep it on there for now. This is going to be a very big breaker. Once its very fast mons are out of the picture, we can just run his team with Todoroki. And I don't know what stage or what the standings are for kill leaders, but Todoroki and Kion is actually second. It has 4 kills somehow. Um, so yeah. Next up we have Bendy, our Crocodile. Knockoff, Pursuit, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock. Fizz, you're bringing a ground type when he has a Tapu Bulu. I know, but you don't see Earthquake on there. Earthquake wasn't that fantastic for his team anyway, and we have things to get around it. Knockoff, Pursuit, Stone Edge, Stealth Rock. Pursuit is there to Pursuit Trap Jirachi or anything else that wants to be picked off at low health. Knockoff is there for the Jirachi, and even without Earthquake, we can hit Jirachi hard. And knockoff, just spreading knockoffs everywhere is good for us. Z Stone Edge, he has no switch into a Z Stone Edge, honestly. The only thing that does want to switch in is like Gligar. Suicune is going to be taking a lot of damage. Like a Z Stone Edge plus a knockoff from Crocodile is probably going to drop Suicune no matter what the set is. And Bulu is not really a switch in, but it's a decent one. Yeah, man. This outspeeds Bulu as well. Max speed Bulu. And yeah. Next up, our last mon here, last but not least, is Katie. Taunt, Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave, Thunderbolt, Life Orb on my Gengar here. Taunt is to prevent Zardex from D-dancing all over us. And some slower things like Cresselia and stuff, maybe even Linoon from using like moves like Belly Drum, Calm Mind, stuff like that. And Suicune as well. I need a taunt mon for Suicune, or else we're getting pummeled by Crocune, my favorite mon in the format. Jirachi too, if it wants to set up a Wish, we can get intel from knockoff if it's offensive or not. And if I see like leftovers or something, I can assume that it has like a Wish, Protect or something, and I can easily taunt that thing. And Shadow Ball, Sludge Wave is great damage against most of his mons. And Thunderbolt because of Suicune, I guess. This outspeeds all of his base 100s like Jirachi, Zardex, stuff like that. So yeah, man, I feel good about this matchup, honestly. Zardex is such a monster, but we do have ways to deal with it. Because you can never deal with Zardex, I'm going to be honest. Kiana and Merity are going to be our primary ways of handling, again, more quotes, handling Zardex. And we're going to be looking to pick up our 3-0 win, or to be 3-0 in the Nimbasa City League. So yeah, man, if you guys are here for the battle, once again, make sure to hit that like button. It's always appreciated. And subscribe if you're new. Battle goes up tomorrow, like I said before. And check out the links in the description. I don't get a chance to talk about those a lot. Twitter, Discord, Twitch. I'm affiliated on Twitch, so if you want to hit me a follow, that would be fantastic, phenomenal. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. It means the whole world to me. And like always, have a swell day. Peace.